So within the hour, law professor Alan Dershowitz is going to take the stage at Columbia University. He fears that he may be the latest target of scenes like this, protesters shouting down mostly conservative speakers. Recently, a Ben Shapiro speech at Cal Berkeley cost an estimated $600,000 for security. Unbelievable, right? And who can forget the violence triggered by Milo Yiannopoulos' appearance at the same school, or Charles Murray, who was shouted down and had his car tousled on his way out of Middlebury. Here now, Alan Dershowitz is a Harvard Law School professor emeritus and author of Trumped Up: How Criminalization of Political Differences Endangers Democracy. Why do you think, given your background, you voted for Hillary Clinton, you've supported a lot of liberal causes over the years, why are they coming after you?
Because they hate liberals as much as they do conservatives. These are radicals who think they know the truth. They don't want to hear differing points of view. In fact, liberals are their greatest enemies because we speak to some of the same constituencies. Tonight, I'm going to be speaking about free speech. I'm a liberal. I support free speech. They're against it. I'm going to be talking about Israel, the case for the two-state solution. They're against the two-state solution. They don't want to see Israel exist. So it's radicals versus everybody, versus liberals, conservatives, people in the center.
And who do you think is organizing these particular protesters against you?
Well, I think there are many groups. There's Students for Justice for Palestine that has a policy of disrupting pro-Israel speakers. They've been sanctioned and censured by many universities. We don't know whether Antifa will come, but certainly they have me in their crosshairs. There are other groups as well, radical groups that don't like my liberal views. And so, you know, remember, I'm not like Yiannopoulos. I'm not like the kind of guys who come on campus to make a point to disrupt and to show how much free speech is suffering. They deserve complete protection of the First Amendment, too. But I'm a 50-year Harvard professor who's coming to talk rationally in a moderate way about the two-state solution in the Middle East. And these students don't want other students to hear my view. They're afraid I might actually persuade them.
What about the president of the university, and how much protection are they giving you? Because we hear now from a lot of universities, Princeton is one, that it says they're trying to really make an effort to have educational dialogue and back and forth, which is the basis of the word education, actually exist in their institution.
And I'm sure Columbia will do that. I'm sure they'll protect me. They'll protect the students. It's a full house. Students who come to hear me speak. By the way, I will encourage critical questions. I will allow the most critical questions to come first, and I'll stay as long as there's a critical question. I also won't object if they just boo me.
So what do you say to them when they say,
shout me down.
We don't want a two-state, we don't want Israel to exist? What are you going to say to them?
Let's have a debate. Let's argue about it. Let me tell you why I think the two-state solution is best for Israel, for Palestine, for the United States of America, for the world. If you have a different point of view, here's the mic. You make your point of view. Let's have a dialogue. Let's have a discussion. Let's understand this is a complicated issue, and let's address it like it is a complicated issue, not like it's an issue of simple black and white back and forth.
Tell me, I want to put up a headline from the Daily Beast. You know, how much of this is coming at you because you have said some things that are favorable to Donald Trump in terms of whether or not you think there's a liable criminal prosecution against him. You've stuck up for him. How Alan Dershowitz went from Hillary donor to Trump's attack dog on Russia.
Not quite accurate. I'm not a supporter of Donald Trump. I voted for Hillary Clinton. I am a supporter of the Constitution and of the law, and I don't want to see the law stretched. I would be making the same argument if Hillary Clinton had been elected and they were yelling, lock her up, lock her up. I'm going to make the same argument no matter who's in office. But some of the protesters may hold up my book, Trumped Up. They may say, look, he's a Trump supporter. They don't understand the difference.
That gray area.
Look, it's when I defended the rights
you're a rare bird in this environment, let me tell you.
When I defended the rights of Nazis to march through Skokie in the 70s, people said he's supporting Nazis. You know, that's just not the way people do it when you're a civil libertarian. So I'm looking forward to tonight.
We will see. Alan Dershowitz, let us know how it goes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to have you here.
My pleasure.